All right, guys, this is a quick add-on to the podcast, right? So, obviously, during the podcast, I allude to having to travel somewhere. I've just arrived in Sydney, Australia. So, during the podcast, I knew I was coming, but it wasn't publicly announced yet. Obviously, Charles Oliveira gets cut. He's out of the fight. So, in terms of my role in this, I'm in Bali with our Leone training camp. As you guys heard, I had to fly from Bali to LA. I get to LA. Keenan seminar, fly back to Austin. I get in Austin at night. I actually wake up 1, 2 a.m. jet lagged. I had been discussing with Volk. I was like, yo, are we going to go watch the Islam fight against Oliveira? Let's go. I was thinking how funny, have a massive Sambo's fake shirt on for this fight. Thought it'd be funny. Hopefully don't get killed over there. He said, don't book your flight. Hold up. We may have a rematch on 11, 12 days notice. Obviously, I'm like, when do you need me? He's like, could you get on the next flight? So I'm looking at the flights right there. So it's 3 a.m. Whenever we fly from the US to Australia, it's always late at night and you arrive in Australia earlier in the morning. When you fly Australia to US, you leave early in the morning and you land the same time you leave. Very strange. But I take a 7:30 flight. Feels like the longest flight on earth to Australia. When you live in Australia, you don't think you're far away. When you don't live in Australia and you go home, you think that might as well be another planet. But I'm here. I've made it down to the gong. So I arrive, freestyle MMA, catch the last part of his training session this morning. The man is ready to go. People don't give this man enough respect. This is insane. He is fighting. So he's just had his third daughter. He's coming off of an elbow surgery. Both his arms couldn't even extend straight. Going into the Yair fight, his arms were fucked up. So although he hasn't done a training camp, he feels great. He's healthy condition. I'm super psyched for this. Obviously, watch the first fight a few more times. We know what we need to work on. I'm not going to tell you what we're working on. But we are not here. Well, I shouldn't take ownership of this. I'm on the sidelines, not getting punched in the head. Volkanovski isn't here to take a paycheck. Forget about that. He's not taking a last-minute fight because he will have a built-in excuse if he lost. He's not doing this for the fans. He is doing this because he believes he can win. Let's look at it from Islam's perspective. People don't give this guy enough credit for taking this fight either. They say, oh, he was already in a camp. He's a weight division above. He's ready to go. Charles Oliveira, Alex Volkanovski are two completely different fighters to prepare for. That goes without saying. Oliveira is going to be significantly easier to take down, but much more dangerous off his back. So what would Islam's camp have entailed? It would have entailed a lot of submission defense, a ton of it. He submitted Oliveira in the first fight. That doesn't make Oliveira any less dangerous for him personally in terms of preparation. On the feet, very different opponents on the feet. Volkanovski, master of footwork. Oliveira moves more in straight lines, throws different types of strikes. Totally different opponent Islam has to prepare for. He has 11 days to prepare for this. He has to make adjustments just like Volkanovski does. As the fight progressed, Volkanovski got more confident, got more dangerous. So if we look at it from Islam's perspective again, he was facing a guy that he finished in the second round, a guy that he dropped multiple times, a guy that he took down quite easily. Now he's facing a guy that the last time he was making contact with this guy, he was close to being TKO'd. He was absolutely exhausted. He's fighting a guy that he had great difficulty holding down. Great difficulty holding down. A guy that he came nowhere near close to the submission. So this is a fascinating fight. I'm here to do everything I can to help him prepare. Obviously, my boys are going to Atlantic City this weekend for ADCC trials. I'm really sorry that I won't be there for them, but again, it's the B team. We got multiple guys. We got multiple people there to support. Nicky Rod will be there coaching. Damien will be there coaching. Those guys are going to crush it at ADCC trials this weekend. I, however, will be with Volkanovski to the very end. So I basically fly in here. I arrive. I don't even know what fucking day it is. It's been this much travel. But I landed this morning at 8 a.m. Took the 2-hour drive down. we training tonight. We're training tomorrow. I believe it is Thursday here. I should know this before filming this. But you guys, again, this podcast, what I'm filming now will be released within 30 minutes. And then we fly to Abu Dhabi on Sunday. That's 65 hours of flying for me within like a 4 or 5 day period. Bali to LA, LA to Austin, Austin to Sydney, Sydney to Abu Dhabi. And then, of course, Abu Dhabi back to Austin. And for me, as I talk about in this podcast, onwards for Polaris in London. No one loves traveling this much. This shit is brutal. But if the champ calls, we'll be there for him. Obviously, I'm a part of Volkanovski's camp, but he is a true friend. If he needs me, I'll be there. Obviously, we've got a big hurdle coming up. But the balls on this man, absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to see the rematch. I personally believe this is what should have been booked to begin with. This card is insane. Only a couple of hours ago, they announced that Paulo Costa was out and Kamaru Usman is replacing Paulo Costa. That is a fucking crazy fight. They were actually talking about Usman Chimaev earlier. I don't know what happened with that, but never came together. It's funny because both these fights initially were fights that had been spoken about. Everyone was thinking, oh, Islam Volkanovski in Abu Dhabi. People were talking about Usman Chimaev in Abu Dhabi. They booked other fights, but we get what we want anyway. Hopefully Paulo Costa's there. They should put him in commentary. The cunt is fucking hilarious. But guys, that's it. I just had to add this because I didn't know when they were going to announce these fights. I thought maybe they'd announce Oliveira was out before they announced a replacement. Keep us in suspense. But it got leaked from a Brazilian podcast, I believe. It got leaked on a podcast. If I knew we could have got away with leaking on a podcast, it would have been leaked on El Segundo. But you guys are in for a treat next weekend. I cannot wait for this shit. Australian champ Alexander Volkanovski.
Oh, fuck it, here we go. Oh, it's controversial.
Having that guy around is the best thing that ever happened to the squad.
If you have the right mix of autism and steroids,
all these pundits and whatnot, a lot of people doubting me, you know.
I don't want to fucking have a conversation while I'm showering, you know, like the hobby I do is already so gay.
You are now listening to the El Segundo podcast with Craig Jones.
We're here and we got to address something very, very important. And that is your weirdness with fucking water. It's just marketing, bro. It's water.
No, dude, water is different. Like, McDonald's sells Dasani water, tastes like toilet water.
They all come out of a tap, bro. What do you think they get? Fucking
dude, they come from different parts of the world. Where do you think they make fucking water filters?
Where does Dasani come from?
I can't give you that information, but I know it definitely doesn't come from the same pond as Smart Water.
So if we did a blind tasting, you'd be able to know.
I'd be able to I mean, I won't tell you the specific brand, but I could tell you if it's good or if it tastes like shit, yeah.
I mean, you do know Smart Water doesn't make you smarter.
It doesn't make you smarter, but it tastes better. So in my mind, it hydrates me faster. I
don't notice the different brands of water, but I will notice if it, like I've been trying water in a can because at the UFC events, they always got some sort of sponsor.
Yeah.
And Monster, even at the Fight Pass events, obviously they have the UFC shit there, so I was surprised at how good the Monster water tasted in a can. I feel like water tastes better in a metallic can.
It's like crispy. It's like the water from the fucking what's that brand we had last week? The canned one, Liquid Death. Liquid
Death, yeah.
That shit tastes like you crack it and it's like crispy.
But I think that's just because it's out of a can.
Yeah, absolutely. But
so you will be able to tell qualities of water if we did a blind tasting.
So you don't think like Fiji water? It tastes different than Dasani?
It just comes from a tap and gets put in a different bottle.
No shot. The Fiji water's from Fiji.
Directly from Fiji. They ship it over.
They ship it over. What do you think a bottle that's like this big costs like $25?
It's not that expensive. What's the most expensive? What's the other one I tried? Evian.
Evian? Yeah. We had that one yesterday at the airport. It was pretty bad.
It's just water to me, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I believe they come from different regions of the world, taste different.
But are you the type of guy that'll be like, oh, I can't drink that?
I mean, if it's the only thing around, I'll drink it. But if I had a choice, I'm always going to go for the smart water bottle.
There was that Zac Efron Netflix show where they went to some part of the world and they were doing water tastings, and I was just like, this shit is fucking silly. Yeah. I think
there's shit like pH levels, bro. That definitely changes the way water tastes for sure.
The only pH level we're measuring is inside your vagina for making me go get you a different water today, the Togo water.
We got Togo water from the country in Africa.
Togo. I mean, you would believe it. Hey, I could bring you a bottle of water and tell you it was fucking $100, and you'd be like, this is the best damn water.
I'll taste it and I'll let you know. But you can't tell me that Dasani tastes good, bro.
Well, yeah, I mean, for people listening at home, what happens... what happens when you're at a gas station or something, the guy's like, oh, grab me a bottle of water, and you come back and they're like, oh, you got me Dasani. You look at that person and you think, it's fucking water.
If I said that and you grabbed me Dasani, I'd be a little disappointed, especially because there's so many better options.
Better. I mean, they're just more expensive.
I don't know. I feel like Dasani, we could do like a taste test.
If I poured smart water in a Dasani bottle and didn't tell you, would you know?
I would probably be able to tell you this tastes... I mean, it'd be like, this tastes better than usual Dasani water, yes.
They did brain scans on people with cheap and expensive bottles of red wine, and based on what they told them it was, it would activate a part of the brain accordingly. So it was like, I feel like it's a bit of placebo there.
Did they just randomly test a whole bunch of like retarded people?
Well, I mean, I can understand an expensive bottle of red wine more than an expensive bottle of water.
Yeah, you know I mean, we're talking about like $1 here, $1 there. It's not too... Smart water's not too... And also, the thing about smart water is the size of the bottle brings you more water.
Oh, well, so you're telling me you actually prefer it for the shape and girth
taste,
of it. Taste. Using it for other things.
The bigger the better, yes. But the taste is obviously a big thing.
Dasani would be a bit harder to utilize inappropriately.
Yeah.
Only if you found the right woman. So I just got back from... Well, technically, I just got back from San Diego. We got back from San Diego last time.
Yep.
But I've been out in Bali for the last week. We were out there for our Leone camp. So my friend Alex that runs our Leone, he brought us out to Bali, and he brought out the our Leone team, the whole sponsored athlete crew, which... I think a lot of these guys don't really appreciate how crazy that is. Like when I was coming up, like the thought of a sponsor paying for you to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Was absolutely outrageous. Like the only free trips I ever had coming up, it was a tournament in Australia called the GTA. I won that once, and they gave me a ticket to LA for Nogi Worlds, or obviously Abu Dhabi World Pro, where you win a ticket that way. But like Alex takes such good care of these guys. He flies them out. We train at Bali MMA. We have fancy dinners. We get drunk a bit at night. We party a bit, but some of those guys aren't into the debauchery. You know what I mean? I guess they're up and coming athletes.
And just so people know what you're talking about, how many people do you think you flew out there? Like the total amount of people?
I mean, the group of us filled 3 minivans, so probably over 25 people. Not only that, but he flew out videographers, photographers. I actually really annoyed. There was this Russian photographer there that I annoyed her so much during the photo shoot that she just cut me out from there on. But I was meant to be in the photo. I had to go to 4 photo shoots in 4 days. But by like day 2, she'd had enough of me, so she stopped taking photos of me. So I was just like, oh, I feel like I was probably the most important athlete to get photos taken, so I feel like she's probably going to get fired over that. But we did feud because she was trying to say crazy shit. She's like, look angry, look serious, look like you're going to fight. And I'm like, yo, you realize what we do is one of the gayest looking things on earth. I'm not going to make an angry face a tough face. I was like, at least look at my Instagram. Yeah. I'm not going to take a serious photo. This shit is so stupid.
Nicky Rod would have smashed that photo shoot. He loves that type of shit.
Yeah, I mean, he just thinks back to traumatic memories, and he'll be able to channel the right.
I love when the very hardest to make guy comes and you see him through the security cameras and he's really taking that shit serious.
Oh, Nicky Rod, I thought you meant Nicky Ryan. Yeah, Nicky Rod takes it very, very seriously. I do wonder who he borrowed those poses from.
Dude, he's like a model, man. He learned the correct way to be a model.
The art, hey.
The art, yeah.
I mean, jiu-jitsu has definitely cost him his modeling career since he got his staff here.
Yeah, dude, his face is like lopsided as fuck now.
Yeah, it's a bit. Is it still a bit wonky? I haven't seen him for a while.
Nah, but 1 ear's droopy. I think it's down. I think he really did tear the muscle that connects the ear to his skull.
That's pretty fucking funny, eh? He sacrificed everything for this sport. That's the same reason I think less women overall train, because like it robs you of your beauty.
Yep. I mean,
it takes something from you.
Makes sense.
But yeah, Bali, we were out there training. We were at Bali MMA actually. Shout out to the guys. Andrew and Donnie own Bali MMA. I really did enjoy training there. And our boy Mitchie, who hooked us up with a bunch of these sunglasses. What is it? Oscar and Frank, named after his dog. This guy started this sunglasses brand. He used to be an electrician in Australia. And even like people like Justin Bieber are wearing them now. Or at least that's what he lied to me about, and that's why I've decided to wear them. But he would be the type of guy that would lie or would take an opportune moment to just roast you and ruin something beautiful, you know. But for me, those were good people. Bali typically is like Australia's Mexico. Like Mexico's got a lot of Americans down there vacation, right? Bali would have a ton of Aussies because it was, you could get from Perth to Bali in 3 hours. So it was like a bunch of Aussie bogans, or when they finish high school, they go party in Bali. I never went. Obviously, hardworking man, was focused on my career, but I got to experience it. I didn't know what to expect because I'm into Thailand and stuff, but I got to be honest, I probably enjoyed Bali more than Thailand. I'm not sure if that's because of all the activities that were organized, biased me to it. Like, I mean, Alex even had us, we had a military police escort. So like, this guy would clear the streets for us of traffic and we'd just glide through. You just felt like you just felt very important, you know. You looked at the other people, like immediately you would just like, get out of my way, peasants. How dare this traffic hold us up, you know. Riding the scooters and stuff's dangerous. But yeah, we were out in Bali, usually full of Australians. Thanks to old Putin, now it's full of Russians and Ukrainians. So I guess if you were a single man that appreciated the beauty of Eastern Europe and you went to Bali, you would probably be thanking Putin. That might make you a pro-Putin supporter, honestly. But yeah, it's pretty surreal to see that now, like having had so many Aussies living there in the past, and now it's just full of Russian Ukrainians. It's pretty strange, you know, Southeast Asia full of Russians.
Yeah. It looks beautiful, man. Like a lot of the pictures you guys are posting look like a really fucking good time.
Yeah, man. It was honestly a grueling schedule. Hey, like it was for me personally. Like I had to go to the photo shoots every day, so it would be like, what was my schedule? So 10 a.m. we'd train. We'd train at Bali MMA at 10. Straight after that, some of us would have to go do photo shoots, video shoots. I would have to do a lot of that every day. Then we'd have a team dinner, and then we'd go out for drinks every night. It was big. It was killing me every day because we'd have late nights. Like, you know, like I was on a vicious drug cycle out there of like we'd be partying. I'd have to take a Xanax to go to sleep, have to take a fucking Adderall to wake up. You know, it was like, it was very much so strengthening my heart, I would say. I'd say Bali strengthened my heart.
You're a walking science experiment, dude. It's crazy.
Dude, you know what? It's like you kind of have to use drugs as a means to an end, you know? Like you can force adjust a time zone change. You know, like you can pop a modafinil or Adderall to adjust the time zone, take a Xanax, Valium to go to sleep. The hangover of those drugs are oftentimes less severe than just lack of sleep in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me personally, it's like anyone that's traveled a lot in their life, generally speaking, you have to use that stuff. And for us traveling to Bali, obviously it can be a bit sketchy. History of the Bali 9, people bringing drugs in, can be a bit dicey bringing drugs into Bali. But you know, if you're brave enough and your asshole's loose enough, anything's possible, you know? But yeah, in terms of the Bali experience, we had Joseph Chen, we had Kenta, we had Geraldo. Geraldo's also recently sponsored by our Leone. He beat Fabricio Andre at that AIGA teams event. And that's victory's aged very well.
Very well, yeah.
Considering what Fabricio Andre did. I still cannot believe that a 66 guy that didn't make day 2 of ADCC beat the 88 champ. And like, Giancarlo got off some really good attacks. Like he got close to an armbar and stuff, but he got out wrestled by the little guy. I just don't know. Like it's just crazy to me.
Fabricio's no-gi judo looks insane. He threw Keenan, bro.
Yeah, he threw everyone. He threw Owen, threw Giancarlo.
That's right.
Threw Keenan. He was really unsung hero. I mean, not even unsung. Everyone was worshiping him. But obviously, the Who's Number One event was the most recent event, so that sort of trumped it a bit in people's minds. Obviously, Mika got a crazy armbar in that event. But yeah, the whole team out there, everyone was training pretty hard. You know, some of these guys, because Allianz sponsors a lot of guys from like China or Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia and stuff like that. There's definitely a lot less chill in some of these people. You know what I mean? Like Joseph's chill. Joseph trains super chill. Kent is pretty chill. But some of these guys, man, doing crazy shit like warriors say, like it's like they're fighting for their honor. And I think that might be because they're not used to rolling with the cameras out. So they were coming to kill in the training room. we even had Kaya there as well. Kaya was down.
That's right.
But yeah, we had Liam as well. Liam from Sweden was down there. We corrupted him every night. We tried to get this guy super drunk every night. But he was a warrior. He showed back up every day. He even got Bali belly out there, so the food poisoning.
Oh, fuck.
I think he might have been the only one. It got to him that night. 3 times in Thailand, it's only got to me once. I always hope that despite my whiteness, enough travel will strengthen my stomach a bit. Because when you grow up in a place like Australia, traveling does a number on you those first few years.
Yeah. There's nothing close to you guys.
Well, I mean, Southeast Asia's close. Other than that, nothing else. New Zealand's close, but basically a state of Australia.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, we consider that the same. We should have taken that over a long time ago. Hey? But yeah, Bali was fucking great experience. So thanks, Alex, for hooking that up. It's funny, Alex, actually, I wasn't meant to go to Bali, but I went to Shanghai to see him. We did some seminars out there, and we got drinking one night. And while I was drunk, he's like, "You coming to Bali?" And I said, "Yes." And then I woke up the next day, and he's like, "You coming to Bali?" And I said, "Let me check the schedule." And he said, "You promise?" And I said, "Well, I'm a man of my word. I guess I'm coming to Bali." But yeah, we had a great time out there. Again, I cannot wait to go back to Bali. Honestly, it was super cool. Bali MMA, sick gym out there. They had some sick merchandise too. They had a very nice crop top. They also had a very nice pink tank top. But anytime I wear something cool like that, people around me just want to copy me, steal the same style. You know, it's a very painful experience for me. And it's especially with some flamboyant gay item. You know,
it's tough being a trendsetter, man.
I know you try to lead the charge. Like this Flashdance shirt as well. One of our guys hooked this up for me. This was an old reversal shirt, but they only make like 30 shirts at a time. So it's like we had to hunt this down to some Asian websites, but Lynn found that for me. So shout out to him. Hopefully Reversal sends me some more. Hopefully Mitchie, you bastards, send me some more of these beautiful Oscar Frank sunglasses. I actually really like this. Hey, people will say to me like, only you can wear things that stupid. And I'm like, what does that say about me? Is that I look retarded? Is that I have no self-respect?
I mean, you're like the first person that brought the leopard print to jiu-jitsu, so you kind of have this like thing about you. You could kind of wear anything and get away with it at this point.
Yeah, I feel like if you just wear things ironically enough times, people just start taking you. So they see it as something you can wear and not take it that serious, you know?
Yeah.
But it
definitely doesn't seem to protect you from the sun, but definitely very stylish.
I tell you what it does do. When you're driving, it gives you these great blind spots where you might crash the car and kill or run someone over, you know? But that's the price of high fashion, I guess.
You thinking they're doing these Bali camps like yearly or?
Well, I think it was just that's the crazy thing is like that would have been an expensive event to put on. And it was like you couldn't pay money to go to it. It was just for the Leone sponsored athletes. So like in my mind, I would keep thinking about that. And I'm like, fuck, like some of these guys were blues and purples. And I'm thinking, man, imagine getting a all expenses paid trip to go train and have a bit of fun in Bali. That would be the dream. Like I look back to again. So obviously these guys, I don't know if they fully appreciate what that brand's doing for them, you know, but it's hard to have perspective, obviously, if that's all you've ever known.
Nicky Ryan would have quit at Blue Belt if that was a sponsor back in the day.
Yeah, Nicky Ryan, it wouldn't take much. Given our schedule out there, it would have broken him. Nicky Ryan would have broke. Hey, if this man just doesn't quite get enough sleep. So the token Nicky Ryan story is we had Sao in here. Sao, he's a veteran. By definition, he's a veteran.
Yep.
But when you get down to the specifics, he was a Coast Guard. And I remember he was telling us about how hard boot camp was, and we were like, yo, like how hard is it? He's like, man, some nights they didn't let us sleep. And I was like, whoa, that sounds worse than Guantanamo Bay, man. I don't know how you managed to get through it. So he was saying that to Nicky, saying, Nicky, you would not last a day in boot camp. And I was like, you know what? He'd probably last a day. And then that day, Nicky Ryan came in, right? And he tells me, he's like, man, we can't train hard today. Damien's girl's cat was scratching my door all night. I didn't get a good night's sleep. So I was like, yeah, fuck. Probably wouldn't last one single day in boot camp. So again, at Leone camp, he would, like, I'm sleeping 3 hours a night, powering through, obviously through the use of different substances, but we got there. And then we go to San Diego, right? So I leave Bali, have a 25, 30-hour journey. Business class, thank you very much, Leone, but business class helps. I land San Diego. We land in San Diego. We have different, obviously, you're coming from us.
We land in LA and we drive down SD, yeah.
That's true, yeah. We drive down. Takes a long time to get down there. And then, yeah, there was some like weird traffic stop along the way.
Closed all the lanes and there was like no construction, just one lane open for like a mile.
Yeah, I was ready to kill people, eh? And then even In-N-Out took a while. It's like you'd think the place where In-N-Outs existed the longest we'd kind of like chill out on it, you know, like settle down. You know, like it's meant to be quick and easy. Every In-N-Out you drive past in California is fucking full of people. It's like, bro, you guys have had it the longest. Yeah. Relax. Yeah. The worst one I ever had was south of Portland. I went to In-N-Out there and it was a 3-hour wait.
Jeez.
And I was like, what kind of miserable fucking existence are you living to line up for In-N-Out?
That's the drive-through every time in Los Angeles, though.
Yeah, but 3 hours? Yeah. 3 hours, you could fucking drive to LA for 3 hours. You could drive to another one. But we get to our Airbnb. We got this 2-bedroom Airbnb in La Jolla. And the cleaning lady or the old owner has fucking locked the door handle. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to get in. We can't get in. We're using the code. We're trying to get in. Infuriating. Airbnb used to be the dream. But now I'm thinking like we're back to hotels because it's like they hitting you with like a $500 cleaning fee and shit. This lady, the listing literally said self-check-in. So I take that to mean you can check yourself in. I don't know.
You want, yep.
Maybe it's in Spanish, but she had accidentally locked the door handle. So you could put the code in and remove the deadbolt, but you just couldn't get in. And I was like having a full argument because it's 2 a.m. I got to teach this fucking seminar the next day. And I was like, fuck this shit. We're going to go. So we just got a hotel room. And then the next day, I'm like, yo, can we check in? Because I wanted the Airbnb because it was a double bedroom, kitchen and shit. So the next day she's like, yeah, you can check in. So we go there and she's unlocked the door handle and just pretended like nothing happened. Yeah. I'm like, yo, do we get a refund for the first night? Radio silence. Like, I don't even know what to do. I'm definitely, obviously, leaving a 1-star review. That's within my power.
You still haven't heard back from her?
She just,
dude.
She sent me you know what's crazy? She sent me the message, the automatic message at the end that was like, hey, it's your cheerleader that owns. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. At least give me a custom goodbye.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it for that. So we stay at the hotel. I'm jet lagged, so I only sleep 3-4 hours. We go to the Keenan seminar. 200 people there.
Massive.
I felt quite rude, but I was all out of ideas for what to teach. So I taught the Boogeyman toe hold, which was bad because that's Boogeyman's home gym. That's his home city.
Home city.
So I felt bad. I apologize in advance for any Boogeyman students in attendance. But Boogie loves it. He's all good. He's down for a laugh. We teach the seminar. We do a Q&A. We're already 3 hours deep at this point. This was crazy because it took an hour to do photos. Hey, because typically I just put my arm around people. People asking for prom photos, me carrying them, like giving me weird shit. Like one guy gave me a Polaroid picture of his feet.
Yep.
And then we roll, and then I'm rolling. What did I do? I'm like, yo, let's just do.
You did 10 3-minute rounds?
10 minutes. So it's meant to be a 3-hour seminar, but at this point, we're 3.5 deep. We're deep on this thing, you know? And one guy, like I'm rolling one after the other, no break. One guy catch me with a north-south. That'll be the greatest day of this guy's life, eh? I don't know who it was. We got it on video, though.
I got it on video, yep.
We got it on video. The worst part is that day, I thought I was getting sick, but that's just because, like, I think just like public speaking, dehydrated, you get a bit of a sore throat. So when this cunt grabbed me in the north-south, I was like, fuck. Thought I had like swollen lymph nodes and shit, eh? But I was able to keep my cool and not break his leg afterwards like some people would do. Keep it pretty chill. So we finished that. We don't even eat. We bang straight into the Keenan seminar. We used Keenan's studio. Keenan was actually, initially he said, 6 months ago he probably said yes to the pod. And then 2 weeks ago when I refreshed his memory about it, he said, no, he prefers to stay out of the public eye. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I respect that. And then a couple of days before the seminar, he agreed to jump on. So we got that editing. That'll be coming out.
Yeah. Did you have to like draw it out of him, or he just text you like, you know what, I'm actually down to do this?
So I don't know how the conversation started, but he said, hey, let's catch up. We could do this, or even a pod. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do the pod. Because, Keenan is a real, like, legend of the sport. Like, so a lot of people have different opinions on him based on sort of stories or media things or weird internet things that are circulated. But, yeah, definitely one of the legends of the sport, one of the most famous grapplers ever. So it was cool to talk to him to see, because he's out of the public eye a bit now. So it was cool to talk to him to see how life's like that. It's cool to talk to him also to get a bit of perspective to see how he handles, because obviously he was the big name and he withdrew himself. So how he's dealing with life a bit more anonymously, how he's dealing with life, not competing and stuff. But he all sounds pretty good. But I won't spoil too much, but you guys get into that. But again, if you obviously, some of these people listen to probably white belts, yeah, definitely trace back some history. Keenan is definitely a legend of the sport. Keenan was kind of who Gordon was before Gordon took over that spot. He was like the great white American, like non-Brazilian hope to, because at the time everyone was just getting smashed by Brazilians. So we all collectively were kind of like, fuck, we need someone. Keenan came pretty close to getting a gold at black belt worlds. He's also got 2 silvers at ADCC as well. And we both gave each other pink eye really badly one time. So we're truly bonded there. But then we do the pod with Keenan, 3 hours. I've already agreed to hang out with PJ and his buddy Evan. So this is already on the table, but I was trying to back out of it. Because obviously exhausted, crazy week, crazy seminar, podcast, barely eaten, living off energy drinks and Adderall. And you had prearranged plans to go see a Californian lady. And I say, and then you say to me, wait, she hasn't replied for over an hour. And I'm like, all right then. There's a free pass to be one of the boys, to come out with the boys. I'm going out to support the boys. PJ's birthday.
I didn't know that at the moment. Just add that in there.
And Freddy literally abandons the boys. This is I don't know if this is an American thing. It might be an American thing. But we have this thing in Australia called the boys. Take, for example, we're in Bali. Mitch has 2 kids, a wife, but anytime there was a Leone party, we'd be like, hey, you coming? He'd be like, oh, I can't. We'd be like, really? He'd be like, yeah, man. Fuck
He's also worth like $45 billion, so his wife can't say anything.
Mitch is.
I'm just saying.
No, I don't know how rich Mitch is. Hey, I think he's doing all right. But I mean, I think that's just Aussie culture, you know. I think it's something missing in America. You know, I say, hey, Freddy, come support me, support your boy. He's tired. He's going to go out party, meet these people. You send him out into the world solo.
Look, I'm going to look in the wrong when people watch this for sure, and I agree. I should have gone, but you guys should have given me an earlier, you weren't going to go. And then I was like, all right, this is not happening.
Well, I wasn't going to go until you were like, all right, now she hasn't hit me back for an hour, I'll go.
I was in the fucking shower, I was taking a shit,
So this is it. So his lady doesn't message him back for an hour, right? I'm like, all right, well, me and Freddie will go together. Maybe we bounce early together, right? So I'm like, that's how I leave it. And then I go to the bathroom to take a shit. Obviously come back from Bali. We're doing some business in there. You know what I mean? We're at war. And then I just hear this little and it's like, hey, Craig, I don't think I can come. She just called me. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me, eh? Never send an American to do an Australian's job, you know?
I didn't knock, but I did say that.
It's about the boys. And I was like, what just happened? In the span of a shit, this man went from, yeah, fuck her, I'm coming, to, oh, absolutely can't go.
We had a good phone call.
The best was, though, I was like, bro, tell her you gotta work and that you have tomorrow off. But you literally were like, but what if she gets angry and doesn't see me tomorrow? And I was like, who am I dealing with here?
It wasn't a risk I was willing to take in the moment. And honestly, it ended up being great. But, you know, dude, you guys stayed out till like 7, dude.
It was a late one, bro. But I mean, that's what it's about, bro. The boys, you got to support the boys.
To be fair, if I would have known it was PJ's birthday, I would have gone just off that. I feel bad for that now, looking back at it.
You feel bad? What about PJ, man? You left a man alone, defenseless.
He's a super nice guy. I do feel bad. I will make it up to PJ next time I'm in San Diego.
Yeah, I made some new friends in San Diego. Evan, super cool guy. He took us on a wild adventure. That's why we had those. I show up to meet these guys, and they've prearranged a bottle to come out that says New Wave all day.
Dude, that's so funny.
So they got me good with that. The reaction was pretty good. And it lingered a while, you know, like they held it there for a while, like really fucking twisting the knife in.
Letting it sink in.
But yeah, we had a good night. Sunday was a bit of a wash. We went over to Mexico. We're trying to actually find, I was trying to find some fucking Vyvanse or something.
I was trying to find some Cialis for myself.
Yeah, so you got the Cialis, but we were out of luck on the Vyvanse, so we got across the border back, and San Ysidro was like fucking 90 minutes.
90
usually,
plus, yeah.
whenever I've walked across, usually I can walk straight back, but Ysidro was 90, so our cab driver took us to Otay, and then Otay took like 45 minutes. I was like running on not much sleep, big week, running on the heartbreak of a friend that abandoned him for a lady. So I'm fucking feeling tired, you know what I mean? And then eventually we get some rest, wake up the next day. I go get some rounds in. Well, I don't say we wake up the next day because you abandoned me again that night, but I wake up the next day. I go train with Kit and PJ. I didn't even want to roll that day, but like it was just the right mood, you know? And then we filmed a pod with Kit, straight to the airport, straight back here. And then now I'm flying. I won't say where I'm flying, but I'm flying out again today. I literally got a message at 3 a.m. today. I wouldn't have even been back fucking 12 hours.
12 hours, no.
And I'm already another international trip. So it's like the frequent flyer miles are adding up. The mileage on the body, my personal emotions are very high. They're running very high right now. Brutal. That's a brutal journey though.
Yeah. I mean, can't talk about it much, obviously, but this trip coming up is pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, this trip will be pretty exciting. One trip we can talk about is Geraldo Meerschaft. I've got a match. And a lot of people were like, hey, why are you taking on a UFC fighter? I'm like, because it's theoretically meant to be easier. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If someone says, hey, Craig, I'm going to pay you X amount of money to face this crazy Brazilian world champion, or the same amount to face a UFC fighter, you're damn sure I'm taking the easy match. You know, that's just what life is, man. You see I've got a crazy schedule, so like I'm taking the easy ones.
Yeah, work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, like I was meant to have a rematch with Felipe Pena under a different rule set in December, and me and Felipe had discussed it, but then eventually I was just like, bro, I do not have time to do a camp. You know, like if I'm going to take on a fucking killer like that, like, bro, give me a 4 to 6 week camp. Even the EBI overtime match we had, I was helping Izzy before that, so I only trained for maybe 3 weeks, and I was sick for like a bit of that time too, so I was like, it's just brutal. It's so hard. That's why people that do jiu-jitsu have absolutely no lives, because you don't have any energy for anything else. You don't even have any energy for abandoning the boys, things like that, things of that nature. You know what I mean?
Geraldo's no slight has like 27 wins by submission out of like his fucking 35.
A ton, yeah. And the reason this match got set up, right, is because I had that match with Sean Brady back in the day. And like all my fans do, I love these guys. If I take an L, they'll give me any excuse in the world. So after the Brady match, I was like, yeah, he lost because there were no heel hooks. And I was like, you're damn right I did. Right. And then Geraldo, I honestly don't know. It's Gerald.
Gerald, yeah.
Gerald Meerschaft.
Yeah.
Meerschaft or Shaft? Is it Shaft or Shard?
It is, so MEERSCHAERT. It's like.
That's a man in desperate need of a real nickname, eh? Like, bro, fucking... Because there's a few Geralds or Geraldos and shit in MMA.
His nickname is The Machine, just so you know.
The Machine. Well, I guess that's why they do not call him The Machine. That's a rough... They could have been. Again, where's he from? Is he American?
Let's see. He's actually, he's born in Wisconsin, bro.
It's some fucking American shit, eh?
Yeah. I thought he was like German or something like that.
Yeah, he definitely got some heritage there. But yeah, 27 submissions. But after the Brady match, he was like, yo, I could beat Craig Jones with heel hooks. And I was like, fucking... That sounds all right to me, you know? Like, let's do it, eh? Yeah. I've never spoken to the guy. I've never met the guy, not to my knowledge. Never trained with him. So it'll be interesting, eh?
Did he call you out after a UFC fight, or did it happen somewhere else?
He called me out after I lost to Sean Brady, which...
But like what, on Twitter or something? Like
on Twitter, yeah. Which, all respect to him, hey, like, if you call someone out after a loss, you're a fucking smart guy, eh? That's the way to do it, eh? That's the way to get a career going. But yeah, he's got an extensive UFC record. Unfortunately, most people know him because he faced Hamzat and got knocked out. But I honestly wish we could have seen them tussle a bit on the ground because, like 27 submissions. It would have been sick to see.
A good one.
Because, like, I remember when Hamzat first faced Gilbert Burns, like, he was kind of a bit tentative around Gilbert's guard. So it would be interesting to see him face, like, a high-level grappler that's dangerous off his back.
Yeah, that was like his second fight in the UFC for Hamza. So it was the one I think he touched him and then he went out. So it definitely would have been good to see that now, knowing what you know about Hamza.
Yeah, we got Hamzat coming back next weekend against the
boy
Paulo Costa. Fucking hilarious.
You saw he got elbow surgery like 3 days ago?
I saw that. I saw that, but you never know. You know what I mean?
He could be trolling, yeah.
It could be a bit older than, like, people throw crazy shit out. I know sometimes guys will throw out things where they pretend to be out of a fight just to fuck with their opponent a bit. Like,
because this fight it's been meant to get made, but it's fallen off before, right? Like,
I mean, it's a sick fight. I cannot wait to see him face off. It's going to be hilarious. Even the press conference,
should be funny.
Hamzat doesn't say much in terms of variety, but he delivers a strong message, you know. Paulo Costa, he will take it anywhere. He'll take it. I remember he was insulting Luke Rockhold for dressing like almost like too stylish, or like saying like, hey, act your age, let go of your youth. But then Paulo went and got hair transplant. And I was like, fuck, this cunt's hilarious. Like, attack someone for something that you just do.
Yeah, he's a bit of a fashion guy himself. He took a picture with the Keep Jiu-Jitsu Gay shirt, no?
Oh, yeah. He said, thank God I'm a wrestler now. Thank God I'm a wrestler. That was funny, actually. Shout out to him. That was a good selling shirt. No one else believed me. I said, hey, this is gold. And then made some money off that, and no lawsuits in that one. No cease and desist, which we got one of those now. I won't say who, but yeah, we definitely do have a cease and desist. And then, actually, speaking of Paulo Costa, potentially Hamzat, that brings us to our next topic. How has Evertitan been doing for you with your testosterone replacement therapy?
Really well. I wake up every day on the clock, 3 a.m. and then 5:45 with just a raging boner.
With a raging boner?
Yeah, every day. Doesn't fail. So
that's why that might have influenced you in abandoning the boys a little bit.
I would say 100% it did, yes. I would have abandoned you guys before testosterone anyway. So
I thought the higher testosterone would have associated you more with the boy culture, the man culture, you know, one of the boys.
I needed to get rid of what I had inside me.
I would consider you a hopeless romantic.
With the other drugs that happened, yeah.
I love how careful you're trying to be about saying anything.
I have to be careful, yeah.
I swear to God, like, that's how you know a man likes a girl. He's like, oh, we better be careful what we say. When we're talking single moms, you're like, fucking throw this woman to the dirt, man.
I know she won't watch this, so this is pretty easy, but yeah, small world.
Evertitan is a online health provider that offers services for all Texas residents. So yeah, localized in Texas. Hormone replacement therapy for both men and women. It offers comprehensive blood panels. Maybe we released my blood panel. They definitely got me a comprehensive one, but I refused to fast before. Like, I was just like such a child about it. I'm like, I'm not gonna not eat in the morning or have a coffee. Like, that's fucking out of.
You could just release mine so you could look healthy and just put your name above mine. You don't want to see like all the STDs that come out for yours. So
STDs, gay men are immune to STDs, man. So they offer performance enhancement and recovery products for athletes. Active athletes. So yeah, like, obviously if we go through some of the products, right, they got all the peptides. I mean, most jiu-jitsu people have been interested. They've tried peptides, BPC 157. I'm trying to think of the other ones I've tried, like growth hormone peptides, TB 500 for inflammation. Yeah, most people will talk about BPC 157 and TB 500 for injuring.
Yeah, that's the one that he gave me for my knees. Yep.
Yeah, for joints and stuff like that, for healing injuries. But yeah, I think so far Evertitan are pretty good in terms of the dosages they give you. I know some companies out there will basically give you whatever TRT dosage you want. You know, like, each year that goes by, the average TRT dose goes up. Like, I think like something like 250 is pretty fucking excessive. Yep. You know, but I mean, I've heard about people getting up to 400 milligrams a week from a prescribed doctor. So that's reassuring that these guys do stick within the guidelines for dosages.
Yeah. No, these guys are great. I feel good. Training's been going good. I feel like super recovered in the morning. Yeah, it's super awesome.
I mean, obviously, you still look like shit.
I've only been like a week and a half.
A week and a half,
2 weeks maybe max.
I think for you, they need to up. No, you know what? I think for you, you should just lift a weight once in a while or eat a real meal.
I eat the meals. I don't lift the weights. Yeah, it's just boring.
It's boring.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. Is it boring? It's just a part of life.
I'd just rather grapple with grown men.
Grapple with grown men. No, you honestly, you spend a lot of time grappling with small Mexican men in the gym, eh?
Yeah, I do. I mean,
you like to assert your Venezuelan dominance over them.
You got to pick your battles, dude. You're fighting a UFC fighter. I'm gonna fight people who are smaller than me.
We actually got 2 guys in the morning class, Jorge, and what's the other guy's name?
Drew.
So we got Jorge and Drew, and these are 2. How tall would they be?
Together?
I don't know what to ask
tall.
you because you say you're 6'3", yeah.
I'm 6'3". If you put them together, they're 4 feet tall.
Yeah, so these are little guys, but they fucking throw down every morning, eh? And I had this plans. We're gonna give them some lucha libre masks.
Yeah.
Because it looks like that.
I think you should have that as a little super fight for the vlog, and then have them wear some singlets as well.
Yeah, because they fucking
They
go
scrap,
hard.
yeah.
It's like they're fighting for a green card or something.
Yeah.
It's fucking, I love it.
Drew's like a little firecracker, and then Jorge knows how to get them going. They just really bounce off each other.
I don't know him that intimately.
I do.
As much as you.
I roll every day with them, dude.
As much as you sound like it, eh? What else? These guys also provide, what did they provide you? So we got a bit of Anavar, Oxandrolone, and the other one too was Deca.
Yep.
Deca Durabolon. HCG to make sure, obviously, if you get on some tests, your body stops producing testosterone, so your nuts shrink, they shrivel up.
Trust me, I know. That's the first thing she said. She was like, "Where are your nuts?" And I was like, "Sorry about this."
HCG's meant to prevent that.
It's not preventing it right now.
I think just the fact that you abandoned us, your nuts cowered with fear, and they fucking went back up inside you. Eh?
Either that, or they're just super drained right now. I've been following the Nicky Rod regiment.
The Nicky Rod. You mean the Shane Gillis regiment? Yeah, peptides as well. Obviously, we've all tried. If you're a jiu-jitsu athlete, you've pretty much tried everything. You've been injured, you try peptides. Peptides definitely work. They're an inconvenience, so you fucking have to do it every day. Eh? I don't like to do anything every day.
Every day? I think mine's supposed to be like 3 times a week or something like that, but I'm not sure. I haven't started that yet.
Yeah, you are actually incredibly inconsistent and lazy with your protocol.
From a person who's never injected myself with anything, I'm starting off slow for sure.
But I just mean in terms of like, you just forget or you're lazy or
No.
confused.
After you gave me shit because I wanted to do it a certain way within a week, I just been following what you told me to do.
Just to reiterate for people at home, he goes, it says to inject twice a week, so he goes, I'll do Thursday and Friday.
Mm-hmm. Still within the week, but yeah.
But do you see the error of your ways?
I don't see the error of my ways because verbally I'm still correct. The verbiage is right. It's 2 times within the week, but I do understand what you're talking about now. Yeah,
I like it. You're gonna die on that hill. We'll let you have it. Let you have it.
One of the fucking very little things I'm able to have. Yeah. But I'm starting off slow. Trying to get used to pricking myself. It's not the most fun.
But guys, we are sponsored by these guys, so we do have a coupon code. The code is B-Team5. That's the code. So that'll give you 5% off all therapies, excluding blood work. And a reminder that all therapies and protocols are overseen by medical professionals. All prescriptions compounded in FDA-approved pharmacies. Yeah, so we've all done some black market steroids, and we've all listened to our bro science friends. You don't have to do that anymore because Evertitan will take care of you. Actually, I reached out to Evertitan because I sent him a picture of Freddy. I said, have you ever seen a grown man that looks this much like the alien from Men in Black? We need to fix this immediately. You actually have something that no one else has.
What?
Your kidneys are bigger than your ass. And that's why we're getting you on testosterone straight away. We're gonna sculpt you.
Sick. I'm just looking forward to taking these vitamin D supplements Nick gave me and also beating my vitamin D deficiency, which is weird. I live in Texas. Yeah,
they gave you some vitamin D stuff. I think my vitamins were surprisingly good. I probably live one of the unhealthiest lifestyles known to man. So like every time I get a blood work done, I'm shocked that there's not anything major wrong.
Yep.
There's got to be something wrong with me, the lifestyle I live,
Yeah. And this is a full panel blood test, so I'm surprised they didn't find. I think your cholesterol was fucked up, but you ate.
Yeah, that was just because I didn't fast, I think. Yeah, but I'm perfect health. Perfect health. Shockingly, hey. Now, I've had blood work panels done for a long time. I get lazy, like a little obstacle in the way, like don't eat. The idea of waking up, driving to get my blood work done without having a coffee, it just sounds dangerous, you know? One thing we wanted to run your bloods were because of the shakes you got, eh?
Yeah.
But I wonder, maybe a listener knows. Bro. Freddy doesn't drink coffee, doesn't take stimulants. He cries a lot, but I don't think that's got anything to do with it. No. But he doesn't have a steady hand. Are there any medical experts at home that
just wasn't born to be a surgeon, no?
No, but yeah, I always wonder, like, is that?
I don't know. I feel great.
Yeah.
Honestly, no one said anything about it until I moved here. You guys are just fucking looking anything that you guys can grab to fucking make fun of me for.
He gets sensitive about
because
his
it's
shakes.
like, fuck, I mean, I've known about this, but
it comes from
since I moved here,
it comes from a place of
it's
concern.
like every day. Like Damien the other day, it's like, dude, you shake a lot. And
I'm not trying to be like, yo, you got Parkinson's, you're gonna die.
That's literally what you do. I'm like every day.
Thinking like, hey, maybe there's something. Like, have you ever asked the doctor about it?
No, bro. But I've gotten blood work before, and nothing's ever happened.
But I mean, it might not be blood related.
I mean, what else could it be? I mean, I've never gone to a fucking CAT scan or something. Like,
I'm just curious. Obviously, not bi-curious enough for you, but I am curious about what the shakes could be.
I'm the type of person that, like, if I die, I'd rather not find out about it until I die. Like, I'm good. I don't need to find out about it early. Like, let's say I did go and they're like, yeah, Parkinson's, now I have to live the next fucking 30 years of my life knowing it's going to get worse. That's worse for me.
But what if it's a treatable fucking illness?
I mean, I doubt that it's fucking treatable. Like,
it could be that. It could be that syphilis that took out Al Capone. I'm not sure. But
I don't think I have syphilis. I've gotten an STD panel before as well because I had chlamydia before. So no STDs now.
Very defensive about that, I might say. No. But we're going to...
Bro, it's like the only, and it's like the only thing you got going. It's like, fuck, guys, like pick on something else.
No, but bro, you don't think people are asking you about your shakes because they're like, what could it be?
Ladies used to ask me if I was nervous. Yeah. I was like, no, bitch.
You fucking... Yeah.
Dude, just burning calories on the go.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm just curious.
I don't know. If a doctor listens to this and they want to do something, bring me out, I'll go do it. But I'm pretty sure, since I can remember, I've had this and I've been pretty much fine. My parents don't seem worried about it, so why the fuck should I?
Well, I mean, obviously they're hoping to get rid of you. They prefer your brother.
I mean, unless like my parents like drank before I was born or something, but my parents don't drink now, so either it scared them and they don't drink now.
I mean, if raising you didn't make them drink, then I don't think they were drinking before, you know?
Brother, I was the first child. I was so good.
I thought your brother was older.
No, I'm older than my brother. He's the problem one. I'm the fucking good one. Not just kidding. We're both pretty good.
Nah, we will finish it on that with doctors scrambling, bro scientists scrambling to figure out the shakes. Maybe we need you on more plates, more dates, eh? You
think Derek would fucking... I mean, we were working with ZT now. Maybe he can make the connection.
Yeah, let's ask CT. Zach T-Lander, right?
I don't even want to pronounce his last name because I'm going to fuck that up.
Let's see if he knows the cause or possible cure of the shakes. Yeah. I mean, you get upset. We're picking on you, but we're also
I'm not upset. It's just fucking like the one joke you guys have going for you because everything else is fucking
But I mean, you shake every day, so it's hard to we worry that could be something wrong. Mate.
Good thing these cameras have fucking stabilizers in them. Maybe it's the fact that I haven't lifted a weight and whatever stabilizer muscles in me are like fucking trying.
You could have
really
too much
hard.
energy. Yeah, maybe it's like you're trying to fucking get it out of you.
I don't know. What else can I do? You know. But if there's any doctors out there, let me know so I could have these guys stop making fun of me. Honestly, I hope it's something bad, so then you guys fucking feel terrible for all the jokes you
but if it's something bad and the doctor cures it, then we'll feel great about harassing you.
No, I mean, I've known about this for a while, but...
That's a question. Should you, if your friend shakes, is it rude to bring it up?
No, I don't think so. I'm not saying you guys are rude. I'm just saying, like, God damn it, like, pick a new joke. Like, again, I had Damien the other day bring it up. I'm like, Damien, no shit. Where the fuck have you been these past 6 months that I've been here? You know, it's like, fuck.
He's sick of the shake.
Like,
He's the fucking...
Let's start a fucking... I think I'm going to fuck up something. I'd rather you make fun of me for not plugging in the mic than this now at this point. It's just like, bring me something fresh. I like the fresh joke.
He's the human shake weight.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. No, we'll leave it, We'll leave it. We'll leave his shakes alone.
Yeah.
And
I hope your fucking plane, when you fly over to wherever you're going, gets hit by a fucking bomb.
I don't know why you're so defensive about the shakes. Say.
I'm not, but yeah. I don't hope your plane gets bombed because there's a lot of...
I do. I hope it fucking goes down.
All right, see
I hope it goes down and it's like MH370 and no one ever finds it and I can fucking... People have to think about me forever. They're like, fuck, where is that guy? Is he dead? Is he alive?
Oh, fuck. When the fuck will we see you again after this?
That's a good question. Probably... I'll come back here before I go to London, for sure.
Cool.
And that's
Knock
it.
another one out before that.
Another
podcast before that, yeah.
And a cure.
Yeah. Later, boys.
How long was that?
Thank you for listening to the El Segundo podcast. Don't forget, fuck Craig Jones.